Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got two replays for you, and they're both in two different tanks. So first replay I've got in the FV4202 and the second in the Centurion AX. Both of these are tier 10 British medium tanks, and of course tomorrow will be the line will be on track, so you can have the chance to get extra XP for grinding the British tanks in that line. It's not a bad grind, to be fair, either. You've obviously got sort of the Centurion, you've got Centurion 7.1 in there as well at tier 9, which is a decent medium tank. Yeah, it's not bad once you get past once you get past tier 6. It does start to get quite good. So but yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to delve into a replay on each tank and just go over them basically. And so yeah, we'll start off with the FV4202. Okay, so here we are on Westfield for the first replay in the FV4202. And what we'll do is I'll just run off the equipment and the perks that I run on this tank. So I run optics, vertical stabilizers and gun rammer. I also run that on the Centurion as well. Perks wise, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, 6th Sense, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Situational Awareness, Camouflage Expertise, and Run and Gun. The final perk you can fill with either a gun slot or a camo slot. I think I'd probably go more for camo if that was me. So that's what I do, just to try and make it more stealthier. Because the camo isn't too bad on the FV. I mean, to be fair, there's not really much to set this and the AX apart, if I'm honest. Apart from one slight detail, which is the FV actually runs HESH on its ammo type as opposed to heat. So what does that mean? So basically you can, when you shoot those HESH rounds and you pen, you will do damage of 480 or more, or less, depending if you low roll. But your average damage is around about 480 on a HESH pen. The penetration of the HESH is 210. So on sort of squishy arm, squishy targets. See, to be fair, sort of when you aim into lower plates of certain tanks, you'll be able to sort of do that damage basically. So yeah, the FV, it can be quite a lot of fun when you sort of load up those HESH rounds. The drawback to a HESH round is when you come up against sort of like E100s, heavily armoured tanks, that's where you're going to struggle. You're not going to be able to sort of penetrate like the Centurion would. So, it's something to bear in mind. The FE and the Centurion, like I say, apart from the rounds, they're very much quite similar. In terms of statistics, it's quite similar. Both have got fantastic view range. The camouflage isn't too bad on them. The mobility is great. So, yeah, I mean, the one thing I would say with the FV that has a little bit past the Centurion is the turret is sort of a little bit more sort of smaller. I mean, the cupola's quite, is not as big as the AX, so sort of, cupola on the AX is a weak point. This, it's just, and the hull as well is sort of more sort of lower down. It's basically, when you go hold down, there's not so much to hit on an FE. Bear in mind the turret ring is going to be an issue that will get penned quite easily. I think it can do on the Centurion as well. It's quite a common feature of most British tanks, to be fair, that the turret ring is complete garbage. But yeah, but like I say, both these hold down, you can bounce rounds. Just obviously have to be aware of the cupola on the Centurion. But the FE does handle itself quite well hold down. Both got 10 degrees gun depression. So yeah, that's another thing. Its party trick is, you know, playing quite hold out. So anyway, back to replay. We were platooned up with Kingpin. Unfortunately, Kingpin he's died early, unfortunately. There wasn't really much we could do, sort of playing the other side. We've gone over to this section because on Westfield, you know, part of the key strategy for Westfield is map control, and making sure that you take some of the anchor points quite quickly. And when you're on the south spawn, which isn't the best spawn, you know, the other side is the best spawn because obviously you can get into the middle, you know, spot stuff up like this light tank is doing right here. You know, early doors when people are crossing up to this position, that's where obviously, you know, the other side you can get damage off. But we've come here to obviously stop the red team sort of push into this, because, you know, on the other side you push to this position as well, you've then pretty much grasped the whole of the map. There's not really much you can do if these positions get taken by the enemy team. So we've come here to obviously stop that happening. The benefit of coming here as well is obviously you can spot up and you can shoot tanks that are, you know, that will be camping the ridge. You know, you can see it's M60 here, gets absolutely deleted. We pick up some nice assistance there for spotting that tank up, and that's what I say. So, you know, you get to here, you can spot up that mid ridge where obviously tank destroyers are going to be, and you know, tanks like that M60. Once it's cleared, which we assumed it was, but then this Ruthless just turned up. But yeah, it's not a problem. We made the play, we made the cross. We get a shot into that medium tank that's now sort of retreating from the mid there. I could have stopped to try and get a shot in, but I, you know, didn't want to sort of stay out in the open in case there was tanks sort of by the bridge on the other side or whatever that could get a shot into us. So we've got to a spot where we know we're safe from the middle because one of our TDs is on the other side, so he's covering our backside, so we can't get shot from there. We can just focus on the tanks that are in front of us now. We've got this Ruthless, and like I say, that Ruthless is going to be a problem because with the standing rounds it's going to be hard to go through his turret. As you can see, we're just bouncing there. The Hesh isn't going to do anything, so kind of stuck here, you know, and this is the problem. If I'd had the AX, then maybe I could have loaded the heat and probably have penned his turret cheese. Ruthless has backed off and has now been set on fire. Trying to finish off his T-54, but unfortunately our shot bounces. And now we're we're just sort of biding our time here, waiting for him to sort of poke up where we can get a shot in. I've switched to the Hesh because I want to try and splash this guy if I can. Again, Hesh is like similar to HE and just sort of splash him to death. And we managed to do that, managed to shut him down. We get a nice, we get a shot into the back there. I say it's a nice shot, it isn't, because had that Centurion have not turned and we'd sort of hit his engine deck, we probably could have just put him onto a one shot there and max, you know, and doing sort of a maximum roll there, sort of your maximum damage. Same with the Ruthless, unfortunately. I think we just hit a bit of spaced armor there, so, you know, again, Hesh on spaced armor, it's not really going to do anything. And yeah, we weren't able to sort of finish him off. Tried sneaking a shot in there, but couldn't quite get it in. But luckily our teammate did, and brings an end to the replay and the victory. So there we go, we come top of the board there. We got 2 kills, just over 2.8k damage. And we ended up picking up a healthy bit of assistance there, just under 4k assistance. Only picking up the first class, but it was a nice game just to sort of show you the ins and outs of the FV. So what we'll do is we will now move on to the Centurion. Okay, so here we are on the second replay, and firstly, massive apologies that we are actually having to rely on the Xbox replay system. Unfortunately, my the way I record just decided it didn't want to work. So anyway, just sort of looking at these perks here: run born leader, rapid reload, 6th sense, steady aim, rapid aim, snapshot, camouflage expertise, and muffled shot. I would swap the rapid aim out for run and gun, and the last perk again I'd put a camouflage or a gun perk on, depending on what you prefer. I'll probably go for the camo, to be fair. But yeah, so similar to sort of the FE, the equipment's exactly the same, perks quite similar, just a few different changes. But anyway, so going on into this replay, and yeah, we're on Liberty Falls, and we decided to come to the A1 position because we can get some shots on stuff that is coming down the 1-2 line. I do apologise, I've got like a cough super in my mouth because I've been coughing. It's just an absolute nightmare, so I do apologies if you can hear me sort of just suckling away on this cough sweet. Just stop me from coughing. Anyway, enough of that. And so yeah, we sort of stuck up in the A1 position for a while, but we decided, you know what, the pathlet's clear and I think we can sort of press our way down now. You can see there's quite a few tanks in front of us, so we're just going to hang back here. And we see this waffle in front of us, so we're going to get some shots into that guy, and we do finish him off there. And we're just going to sort of press our advantage here. Didn't sort of want to go too fully involved with the mediums at the top there, because obviously we didn't know what was at the back. There's obviously TD, there's an Avri down here as well, so we have to be careful because we don't want to get slapped. Let's say Centurion does play well hold down, but its hull armour is terrible and it will get penned quite easily. So obviously if an Avri aims well enough, it can do quite a bit of damage. So you can see the E6 that's sort of just camping at the back there, and he's in a bit of an awkward position because he's sort of behind a rock. So it's a bit hard to get shots until he kind of pokes, but he has poked up there and we've got a shot into the side of him. We've damaged his Armour. You see the Foch there running away. We tried poking a shot in there, but unfortunately he just gets out in time. We're just using this this hill here, this mound, to keep hold down, to keep safe, to back off when when reloading the E6 is poking. We're trying to get a shot on the E6, but we're failing miserably here, and it's not really going quite well. But we need to clear him out. We can't push until we get rid of the C6, because if we just push in, the E6 is going to have side shots on us and it's just going to be easy for him to farm. However, he did get trapped in place, and we do put another shot into him there, damaging his turret. He does fix his track, and we're just waiting to try and get rid of this guy basically. Went for a shot there, but the Ruthless has just absolutely wiped that guy out, but that does us a favour because now we can push on. As notice, the other side isn't being contested at all, so the chances are the enemy team are going to be pushing up the 890 line, and they're either going to sort of get in our cap or they're going to come in from behind. So we really have to push this side and get this side won. We decided to go in a knuckle sandwich there with the E50M there, and to get rid of that medium tank. Now we've got this, we've got the Foch firing at us. He takes out the guy behind us, trying to use this dead wreck in front of us as cover. The Foch has managed to get quite a few shots in, but we have put some punish in return. He then gets taken out by our friendly Tortoise. So now we're going to push on here and try and see if we can get some shots into the enemy artillery. However, I think he is running. But yeah, we're coming down here. I think we've got our friendly Murat that's sort of leading the way there. And yeah, we're going to push in and help our friendly Murat and try and support him best we can. RT's flipped himself over somehow. But now we see the enemy Murat here. He's seen that our friendly Murat's fired, so now we have to try and help out our friendly Murat. Unfortunately, with my bad driving, I blocked the Murat, and I didn't mean that intentionally. I do apologise to that Murat player. Did pretty much screw up his game there, so I do apologise. Wasn't intentional. Just literally wasn't looking where I was going, and I completely fumbled it. However, he won't die in vain. We'll manage to put some shots in. So we get a shot into the Murat there, and we finish that guy off. Now we can see the Avri, and
We're going to see if we can get some shots into this Avery, because obviously that Avery's full health. We want to get him taken out straight away, because if we leave that guy alive, then yeah, it's going to be quite a big issue. As we all know, the Avery is, you know, completely broken. No, it's just going to slap, you know, regardless whether we hold down or not. That guy's going to take between 400 500 per shot, and we can't really afford to let that guy live. However, he goes around the corner, but we do see that waffle back up there, so we managed to get a shot in. There is a tank on the cap there, so we need to make our way back and try and defend the base. Both this Avery and this medium that's across the way there are one shot to us. The Ruthless goes round and takes the Avery out for us, which is good. We don't have to worry about that guy. There's a heavy tank that's a one shot, and then we think it's I think it's a Rogel Dawn from what I remember that's sitting in the cap. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure it's that or a Lehman Russ, but anyway, we're gonna focus our attention on the TNH first. We're gonna try and take that tank out. The heavy tank that was capping is now out of the cap, so now we just have to be careful, because we don't know if he's gonna sort of make his way to our position, or if he's gonna go down the 8-9 line and get behind us. I don't know. So, but either way, we need to take his TNH as quickly as possible. So we poke up here, just being cautious, because obviously we don't want to take a shot. Luckily the TNH isn't looking at us, and we managed to get a shot in, and luckily for us, there it is, Lehman Russ, one hit, and we take him out to finish the game and get the victory. So what did we get there? We got a brilliant game there with 7.1k damage with 6 kills, 1900 assists, yeah, and just an absolute phenomenal game, picking up the ace tanker and the high caliber. And there we go, guys. That is it for the Centurion Action X, and that's it for the video. So yeah, the on-track event starts tomorrow. It'll be on for 2 weeks. Like I say, you get the chance to grind up to both of these tanks. They'll split, you know, they'll both split off the Centurion 7.1 if I remember rightly. So you have to go all the way to tier 9. And then, you know, just grind the 7.1 a little bit extra. But the 7.1's a decent tank in itself, so so yeah, you'll have fun with that grind. And you, like I say, you get the extra XP to get these tanks, and you can't go wrong with either. To be fair, I can't judge it. I prefer the AX if I'm honest, just because the heat rounds, it gets you out of a sticky situation if you do come up against any heavy armor. But equally the FE is just as good, so yeah, you can't go wrong, guys. It's good either way. Anyway, that is it for the video, guys, and I will catch you next time. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and yeah, I'll see you next time.